Hey everybody, my name is Jordan, and today I'm going to show you my full warm-up that I've been doing recently as I try and increase the speed of my playing. The most important aspect of speed that I've learned recently is the control of our motions and making every motion as small and calculated as possible. So the first thing we need to do is get really good at playing slowly before we even try and go fast. I have multiple students who have not mastered this and they try and play fast, even myself, and it gets so messy. And something that is played messy at 100 beats per minute, but played clean at 90 beats per minute will actually sound faster. So we want to make it clean first. The first exercise I'm going to show you, I'm going to play very slowly, but it's meant to go fast. So using fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we're just going to be in a C position. And the trick for this, you need and when I tell my students, you got to get all the tension out. Pretend like you just washed your hands and you're making your hands really dry. And then once they're very relaxed, so your hands are wet and you don't have a towel, you gotta shake them off. Relaxed hand, pretend like you're holding a tennis ball or something of that size, and then just slip your hand over. This is the ideal shake. Just something where all your fingers are comfortable and activated. So this exercise is to really practice the activation of our fingers and without using our wrist or without bending, doing anything weird, just the finger motions. So we go up, and then we go down 3. And then back up, and then down. And then we do that twice in with our fingers 1, 2, and 3. And you'll be able to hear it. So it goes like this. That's the first part. Then we go back up. 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. And we do that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Do it on the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Go up. And so that's the first part of the exercise. The whole thing sounds like this. That's the first part. And I always tell my students, pretend like your fingers are vipers. They're snakes. They pull up and then go down. Very tactful. And then the next part of the exercise, we're going to work on our trill. So each individual finger, we go 1, 2, 1, 2, then 3, 2, 3, 2, go, and then, yeah, 4, 3, 4, 3, and then go up to finger 5. Stop on 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll rest on the 8th note. Usually we're playing these in sets of 8s. And then we go the other way. 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. And this way we're working every combination of our fingers. And then we're gonna go, it's like a nice little 5-finger exercise. We go 5, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1. Repeat. And then we just go descending to D to finger 2. 1, 5, 1. So this, we're going to carry it on in every single key with both hands. And this is great because we're working all of our C finger positions and we're strengthening our different finger groups. Move it up to D flat. Etc. And the whole point of this exercise, we're doing it very slowly. We're getting that finger, that really activating of our fingers like pistons. And the whole point of this exercise, do it slowly as it's comfortable. I'll do it at 80 beats per minute real quick. So that's what it would sound like at 80. I'm gonna go up to 105, something that's a little bit uncomfortable, but I can play this about to 110. And we'll go through all of our keys for that. So I do that with all 12 keys. It takes like 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how fast you go. So we get to B, and then we end on C. So that's the first thing I do, but usually I'll do that kind of slow and just warm up, get my fingers ready. Then I like to do something that my old teacher called torture exercises. We hold all of our fingers down in any shape, C is fine, and we just do each finger at a time while holding the rest in place. While keeping that nice shape that we had earlier. And it's very difficult, especially on 4 and 5. And 5. Just like that. You can see my hand was starting to tense up. We want to have no tension at all, to very loose and relaxed. The next thing I'll do after that is I'll play it in maybe a fully diminished chord. So in my right hand I like to do C, E flat, G flat, B double flat, C, and then in my left hand I'll do it as an E fully diminished chord. So I have E, G, B flat, E. So that's what it'll sound like together. But then just to put my hand in a more stressful position as I go. And you gotta hold all the fingers down while doing that, etc. That's gonna build a lot of finger strength right there. Because to build speed, your fingers need to be really strong to do what they need to do. The next one I like to do is called a thumb under exercise before I do my main scales. And that's just taking each hand. For the right hand, we're going to start on C. We're going to go up and down 4 times. And this is slow. This is just working on the motion. 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4 times. 3, 4. And then after I do that, I go up to finger 4 and just cross my thumb under and go back down. So it's practicing all my different thumb under variations to get my thumb warmed up. 3, 4. Really warmed up for the cross unders. So the next thing I'll do, I'll put this at 100 beats per minute. I like to practice my scales, a major or minor, and I'll do 2 octaves at 8th notes to get myself warmed up. It's nice and slow, very relaxed. And when I do my 8th notes, I try and stay as relaxed as possible to prepare myself to speed up. Now I'm going to do triplets for 3 octaves. Da, 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 da. And I try and stay as relaxed as possible because the 16ths are coming up next. That's where we're really pushing ourselves. And 4 octaves for 16th notes. Ready, go. 100 pretty easy. Let's put it up to 110 and I'll go up a step. I'll do the whole thing. And I could probably go up to 120 on that, which is what I would do later after I was totally warmed up. And my goal, I would like to be able to play all this stuff at 160 in the future. And so after I've done that, and sometimes I'll do that with arpeggios if I want to practice my steps, but sometimes I'll do different scales or different modes to change it up, but I was just showing you major scales. Let's see, and then I'll usually go back, so maybe I'll put it at 105 and I'll do my exercises I first started with. And up, etc. And all that would take me 20 to 30 minutes, which is a great time for a warm-up. And my hands feel very, very strong and invigorated. But the most important things to remember is everything is in the fingers. No weird wrist movements, no weird fingers. If your hands are doing a weird position, you know you're going too fast. You just gotta build the individual finger strength. The other thing, when going up scales, I see so many students that do something like this with their hands. It's all about the under. There's a little bit of movement in the wrist naturally, but it should all be very controlled. And the more more control you have, you can bring it up to speed and it'll sound clean. But thank you guys so much for watching. Maybe one day I'll do a video that's actually demonstrating my whole routine in the future, but I hope this helped you guys.